On July 12, 2024, under the fading light of a Russian summer evening, the opening bell rang at IBA Champions Night. The setting felt cinematic, an outdoor arena humming with anticipation, the canvas glowing beneath the sunset. Two fighters stood across from each other, both stepping into the professional ranks for the very first time. Nikita Lebedev entered in white and gold, carrying the composure of a decorated amateur. Across from him, in black and gold, stood Alexey Kolesnikov, a southpaw with an unorthodox rhythm and a hunger that could not be measured on paper. This wasn't just a debut. It was a collision of instincts forged in Russia's unforgiving amateur system. 4 rounds only, no time for patience, no room for error. The crowd didn't need fireworks to feel the tension. Cruiserweights at 86 kilograms carry power in every exchange, and both men understood that one mistake could define their professional narrative. The gloves touched. No theatrics. Then the fight began, and immediately it became clear this would not be a technical showcase. It would be a test of who could impose chaos more effectively. Lebedev took center ring from the opening seconds, edging forward with subtle authority. His posture was compact, his guard disciplined. He dipped right and sent an early shot to the body, a message more than a punch. Kolesnikov, however, did not retreat. Standing tall in his southpaw stance, chin slightly raised, he advanced with a style that looked flawed, yet fearless. Every time Lebedev tried to establish rhythm, Kolesnikov interrupted it with a looping left hand. It wasn't textbook, it wasn't sharp, but it was disruptive. The first round felt like a silent argument about distance. Lebedev wanted space to set counters. Kolesnikov refused to give it. Instead of circling out, he walked in square, crossing his feet at times, breaking technical conventions. Yet the awkward timing forced hesitation. Lebedev landed cleaner bodywork, and on balance he edged the round. But beneath the surface, something was shifting. Kolesnikov's willingness to absorb and return fire began planting seeds of doubt. The crowd sensed it, the unease of a favorite who cannot fully control the tempo. 4 rounds demand urgency, and as the bell ended the first, neither man had found comfort. Round 2 tightened the margins. Lebedev attempted to time the advancing southpaw, but instinct pulled him forward instead of backward. The half-step retreat that might have created countering lanes never materialized. Kolesnikov sensed the hesitation and increased his output, stepping in behind that left hand again and again. At close range, the fight became physical. Arms tangled, shoulders bumped, short hooks thrown in tight quarters. A trickle of blood appeared at Lebedev's nose, subtle but symbolic. Kolesnikov's aggression wasn't clean, but it was effective. The rhythm fractured. Exchanges lost symmetry. This was no longer a bout of structured combinations. It was about who embraced discomfort. By the third round, Kolesnikov's confidence surged. He initiated exchanges, committing fully even when off balance. Lebedev still found body shots, but the cleaner moments were fewer. The crowd noise swelled with every flurry, each burst blurring the scoring lines further. 1 round apiece felt certain. The rest, suspended in uncertainty. Entering the 4th, urgency replaced calculation. Both fighters knew the margins were razor thin. Lebedev attempted to reclaim control with sharper combinations to the torso, digging into the ribs before finishing upstairs. Kolesnikov answered with volume, doubling the left hand and stepping through exchanges without hesitation. Fatigue began to show, not in retreat, but in the heavier breathing between bursts. Yet neither yielded ground. They met in the center repeatedly, trading in sequences that favored heart over precision. The crowd leaned forward as the final minute ticked away. No knockdowns, no defining moment, just sustained will. In the last 30 seconds, both unleashed combinations, as if trying to etch a final impression into the judges' minds. Gloves thudded against arms and shoulders, some slipping through cleanly, others grazing. When the final bell rang, neither celebrated. They stood composed but searching, aware that this was the kind of fight that could swing either way. As the ring announcer stepped forward, tension replaced adrenaline. Scorecards were collected, calculated, and finally read. The result? A draw. From ringside it felt fitting. Round 1 leaned Lebedev, round 3 belonged clearly to Kolesnikov. The second and fourth were battlegrounds of interpretation. No outrage erupted, just acknowledgement of how finely balanced the contest had been. For two debutants, it was a statement. Lebedev demonstrated durability and disciplined bodywork under pressure. Kolesnikov proved that unconventional aggression can neutralize technical advantage. Neither man left diminished. Instead, both exited validated. In many ways, the draw amplified intrigue. It left questions unanswered, inviting rematch speculation and deeper analysis. For an opening fight, it achieved exactly what the night required: tension, debate, and momentum. Under the fading sky of that July evening, two new professionals had introduced themselves, not with dominance, but with resilience. And sometimes in boxing, that is far more compelling than a knockout.